Welcome to Devil's Backbone Open Space, and we can see a very little bit, but you get the idea behind the sign of what Devil's Backbone is all about. And as you can see the sign, we're down here, and basically it's a series of 3 different loops stacked on top of one another. And actually, if you keep going, this goes all the way to the Blue Sky Trail and into Horsetooth Mountain open space. So you can get quite a bit of mileage out of this. There's also a side trail that comes out into Coyote Ridge natural area, which we tend to hike quite a bit at this time of the year. So we're going to do all 3 loops and come out maybe to this intersection and back. So we'll see how that goes, and looks like Alan is ready, so off we go. So we're at the Wild Loop. That's the first of the 3 loops, and there's a high route and a low route, and we always, for whatever reason, like to take the high route out, and we will probably be coming back on the low route, but we're going to get some good views of Devil's Backbone. But this is also an area with some very expensive and very nice houses, as you can see, tucked into the foothills. So off we go on the high route of the Wild Loop. We're coming up upon a great example of a Colorado hogback. You see how that ridge there juts up at an angle, and there's another one well beyond that. You know, those are examples of how the earth has pushed, you know, that rock up, and it's eroded down to this point, and it's one of the examples of a Colorado hogback. So we're at the upper top of the last loop, and it goes back that way. We are opting to go down to where you see the sign. That exits this part of Devil's Backbone and heads out toward a connection with the Blue Sky Trail that goes to Horsetooth and has a side trail that goes out to Coyote Ridge as well. So we're going to extend this. We're at about 3 miles now. The trail drops down from essentially one valley, you know, we're on the ridge now, into this other valley, and then you can kind of literally see this trail. It follows the bottom of that valley all the way down. Well, just beyond the 4-mile out mark, we found this big trees, I guess, 2 benches, and we decided to take a rest. I think we're going to turn here and head back. So we didn't really notice this as we were coming by, but this would make a good spot for animals to bed down, like deer or elk. And we can't think of any other reason why, you know, this is smashed down like this. So as I mentioned, these are 3 loops stacked one on top of each other with a, you know, a connecting straight trail in between. So what we generally do is we go out on one half of the loop and then back on the other half of the loop. Give ourselves a little change of scenery. So we are currently on the opposite side of the second loop that we came in on, and one of the benefits of doing that is we get this, probably the best view of all of Devil's Backbone, and you can see pretty much the whole thing. Pretty cool. So we're back after our 8-mile out and back, and the parking lot is literally just 100 yards or so up that way. But you see this little side trail. We wondered what this was for years before we actually took it. It's another little loop. It's less than a mile, and there's an old ruin of what we think is an old gypsum plant. I don't know exactly how far back it goes, but the building is kind of cool. So if you're interested in that, there's a loop right out of the parking lot. You can find this trail that comes past here. So I guess until the next hike, the Cid out.